everybody to another Riftbound, the League of Legends trading card game stream. Make sure you subscribe for more. Thanks to the channel sponsor Card Market, the biggest marketplace of single cards in Europe. Obviously, Riftbound isn't out yet, but when it is, Card Market's the place to be. Let's hop on over to Pixelborn. If you guys want to know how to download this, I did a whole video tutorial this morning on how to download it. The list that we're currently playing has 12 Fury runes, none of the purples. And I just wanted to see if there's anything we might change. Dangerous Duo is like the card I'm unconvinced by, so let's remove that. I think it's a bit mid. And we'll see if there's anything else that tickles our fancy instead. I basically just want lots of cheap cards. So we're playing red, purple. There was this other seal. You can add a purple. We don't care about the purple power, so we're not going to play that. That's the only cards that cost 0. Cards that cost 1, there's Cleave. Give a unit Assault 3 this turn. It might be good enough. And Gust. Return a unit at a battlefield with cost 3 or less to its owner's hand. Maybe just like some combat spells. The question is like, which is a better combat spell? We have all of the 2 costs already, apart from Rebuke. In at 3, we don't have the Dangerous Duo or the Attendant. I think they're too slow. I mean, the Attendant I definitely can't play because I don't even have purple runes anymore. We could play Disintegrate as like an extra combat trick, maybe. Deal 3 to a unit on a battlefield. I don't think it's good with Jinx, though. Like, drawing 1 is very, very negligible. We could maybe look at the Noxus Hopeful, which could cost just 2. Maybe the Noxus Hopeful is the card, I think. Let's put that in. Delete this one, because this is one I built on the video. Double check I got that right. Yeah. Let's play some games. There was a patch, so there should be a lot less bugs compared with what we had yesterday. Hey, Mage. Great to see you, mate. Mage, my video review is going up later this week. It's all edited. It's all edited. I'm probably going to post it on Friday because I'm away this weekend. So I want to have some stuff to post while I'm away. Also, Gwent stuff will be coming soon as well. Basically, my backlog of stuff is the Riftbound games with you, the Gwent stuff, and also a Gundam Learn to Play, and then I got loads of backlog, which is good. Need to get Pixelborn set up. I made a video today on how to do it. Hooray! We should definitely play some more games. I'm enjoying it, though. It is hot. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit too hot. It's at that level of heat where I'm not really sure it's going to help if I open my windows. But yeah, this is Riftbound. Really been enjoying it. We're just in the queue at the moment. While we're waiting, another opportunity to flex that I have this. I mean, I don't actually know how most of these cards work, but the Vi is insanely good. The Jinx that's in this one is the Jinx that I don't like so much, but the Vi seems kind of broken, honestly. It's so strong. We'll definitely start checking out some other decks today. Hey, Ali, great to see you. Ali, am I going to maybe be seeing you later this week? Maybe. Oh, there's actually 2 things I might see you at, maybe. Hey, Simon. Someone queue a game against me, mate. Let's have it. I'm still fasting, by the way, guys. I'm fasting. I'm resetting, mate. I'm dialing in. Yeah, I'll see you at all the things. When are you traveling to Axion? Because I'm traveling up on Friday after the other thing. So cryptic. I'm going straight from the thing on Friday to the thing on Saturday. I got some decaf coffee. We can't find a game at the moment, but I'm sure we will soon enough. Another thing that I wanted to do today in general, though, is start looking at some of the Riftbound cards, which have been revealed. I guess it might be that my app actually broke. I think the queue wasn't actually taking that long. I think it just bugged out. So let's restart it and see if we can find ourselves a game. play lab. So yeah, obviously Pixelborn has ranked modes and stuff like that usually, but for now it's just the lab, which is like normal. No secrets among friends. You're going over Saturday morning? Nice one. Yeah, I am. Because I'm training it. I wouldn't have been able to get there in time, so I've got a nice little cheap Airbnb for Friday evening. Yeah, I mean, there's Axion this weekend in the UK, so I'm going to be doing Lorcana streams on Saturday and Sunday. Here we go. It's time. We're up against Victor. So I'm only playing one Jinx champion. I have 3 copies of it, but I'm going to choose this Jinx. I'm not playing the other one. There's our chosen champion, and here's our mulligan. So I think it's fair to say that the Noxus Hopeful can get mulliganed. I think we're supposed to double mulligan. I think we'll get rid of Teemo. I still haven't really quite worked out how the hidden cards work. Vi, I think, is just so strong that I wouldn't want to get rid of her. She synergizes really nicely with Jinx Discard as well. Darius is quite expensive. So the locations with no sound. The locations of Reaver's Row. When you defend here, you may move. Move onto base. And when you have 7 or more units here. Okay, so we're going first. We have 2 mana. Well, it's just going to be the Traveling Merchant. Simple. We spend 2. We get a 2 cost go down. All is simple. Hair's looking great. Thank you, mate. I'll try. I've not been too happy with my hair recently, but it's getting back to where I want it to be. I'm looking after it a lot, but I wasn't really very happy with my recent haircuts. I think I was just getting the fringe a bit too short. So we draw 1 card to start the turn. They have a couple of things, which is a bit spooky. But if we move the Traveling Merchant in here, they could start an attack and we could retreat, right? We can retreat 1 unit away. We could also pay 3 for the Legion Rearguard and take control of both, but there's nothing good to discard. We could play Jinx. We're not going to have her enter ready, though. It's a bit of a wonky hand, if I'm honest. I think the best play might actually be getting the Legion Rearguard in ready. This can obviously discard 1 and draw 1 when it moves. I'm going to play this guy in ready. I'm going to move both into this area. So I don't care about moving 1 away. So we can discard and draw 1. Darius is kind of expensive. Let's get rid of the Chemtech Enforcer. Unfortunately, we can't afford that. I thought that I spent 3 because... Is this actually a power? Pay 1? I don't quite understand the text on some of these cards. It's a bit confusing still to me. Like, I thought I was spending 3 mana. I guess... Oh, I had 4 mana? I think that's why I'm being a derp. In my head, I had 3 mana. But I had 4. So I could have actually gone for Jinx and played her ready, so that was a misplay. It was being a bit of a derp. Why did I stop Gwenting? Huh? Gwent Physical's got a game coming out soon, which I'll be playing. Mainly just because there's not much new content. It doesn't make long-term sense for me. I'm very busy, is the bottom line. As much as I enjoy playing Gwent, here and there, there's nothing to work towards. There's nothing to compete for. That's the bottom line. So they have a hidden card at Reaver's Row. We have the Cleave card. We can play to this location if we so desire. I think we play Vi. This will cost 2. I don't quite know what to do here, if I'm honest. Feeling too good about how this one's going. She also does cost a power. I'm not feeling great about this. Okay, I think what we do is we play Jinx. And we pay the extra for her. So we pay 4 for her. Because then she comes in ready. We're going to discard 2. So let's discard... I think we'll discard the Noxus Hopeful. and 1 Vi. 2 Vi's is a lot. And Jinx is really good with this location to the left. We could have used the cleave, but it's just unnecessary. She gets +2 when attacking. And if they try and conquer this one, we're kind of chilling. What we could also do is we could go for the Traveling Merchant and the Legion Rearguard and actually return them to base here. What did they do? Right, because they have Victor, they're just spawning more recruits, I see. So an interesting decision now is if we leave these guys in here or if we actually retreat. I think we might leave them there, right? Like, they can move the recruits in, but we're going to probably cause them some problems. So we could move these guys out, but I think I'm just going to end turn and leave them there. We're an aggro deck. We need to try and win quite quickly, so they have 5 mana. Yeah, I'll be competing. And by competing, I mean winning, of course. Lol. Each player kills one of their own units. Okay, well, we'll go for the Legion Rearguard. How much does that one cost? 2, but 1 power. It's pretty good. Is it a Disney trip to California? Is that really the prize? I didn't even know that. That's kind of nice. All the more reason to try hard. A lot of the time with content, or almost all the time with content, I always try and play like a content deck, and I focus on making the most content I can rather than my best chances of winning. I've changed my mind. This weekend I'm just going full try hard mode and I'm just playing whatever deck I want to play. That's a lot of guys. Greater Theory. Let's go. Well, Mimek, thanks, mate. You take care. Look out for the physical Gwent that's coming out soon because I'm going to be playing a lot of it. So we actually are still in control here, which is interesting. Do we try and reinforce with a Darius? I mean, sure, why not? Just going to end my turn there. We haven't made use of the loose cannon Jinx. Our curve's a little bit high overall, I fear. Not actually sure how good the Darius is for this deck. It's nice that it can come in ready, but it's quite high curve. Obviously, we don't have the whole card pool out for this game as it stands. I think this one like buffs every card or something. Oh no, it just adds one power. Playing physical Gwent myself, of course. Yeah, there is actually a solo mode on it, believe it or not. So this location is when you hold here, if you have 7 units here, you win the game. So they might be going for that strategy. That's a lot of tokens, isn't it? My goodness. Wow, they just pass. Fascinating. So we need to reinforce and just win one of these. When you hold here, win the game. Now, I don't know how it would resolve if I win this point here and they win this, but they win this with 7. I don't know. Not a clue, actually. Now, I'm assuming I can only use this ability during my opponent's turn. What we might want to do is we might just want to set up like a strong base back here. I could see Vi being good. In the base. I think I'll definitely do that. We don't need to move Jinx because we can just move Reaver's Row. I think we'll go back. So we're going to discard 1. We'll discard... I guess I'll discard Teemo, even though he's like the main thing I want to play here. Like, I like the look of these for that. Oh god, that's unfortunate. Mate, you know that Broom deck's basically my deck, right? From Seattle. Very, 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 very similar. Very, very few differences. I don't know if... I haven't listened to the person that won. I don't know if they've said anything about that. But if they've said that they were inspired by the deck I played before. It's very similar. Almost card for card similar. I mean, it's not. There's a lot of differences, but... 3 Darius in hand is a bit unfortunate. Maybe like the lesson here is that 3 Darius is too many. We just play 2. Yeah, I haven't really been able to play much Lorcana recently. Since, I think what I've realized is since there's no online client for Lorcana, it's just too much hassle to try and make... I can play often, but it's so much hassle trying to do like different decks and guides with physical cards. It takes so long. It's just not worth the time investment a lot of the time. Oh, sorry, pass response is what I'm supposed to do here. So they just go in with 1. Hey Kung Fu, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. I think we're cooked, if I'm honest. So they have a hidden card here. So again, if they get 7 units here at the start of their turn, they win. They're going for that, which I'm not sure is correct. They have to also challenge Jinx here. We're just going to move away with Jinx, quite simply, because that's what the Reaver's Row allows us to do. They're utilizing Victor to play a recruit token as well. But we can't score the last point by just capturing 1. You have to score points on both locations in the final turn or hold a location. Oh my goodness. I think this one's just gotten away from us. I wasn't really too impressed by the Cleave or the Dariuses here. 3 Darius is a lot of Darius to hit. Unfortunately, we didn't trigger Jinx's ability at all, which is a bummer. This Victor was the big problem, basically. The fact we didn't have removal for this. We do play Get Excited. We do play Jinx's signature spell, the Super Mega Death Rocket, but we missed both. That was our main way of dealing with Victor. So we could leave Jinx in here, but I think we have to retreat. Because we can, because of the Reaver's Row, we're able to retreat. But yeah, because we're in aggro deck, the longer this one goes on, the more it's going to slip away from us. But we'll see. I mean, Jinx going into this location just wins it on her own. Oh, there's a hidden card, which I shouldn't forget about, actually, so maybe that's not true. So they now have both locations, but we'll see what we can do. So we play Darius. And we're going to give Cleave to something. And we've also got this Vi, which I think we just juice up as much as possible. So we put cards from our discard onto the bottom of our deck. And every time we do that, she gains a point. She's going to be absolutely juiced up. So we're basically just going to go all out here and try and win the game on the spot. By taking over both locations. There's a hidden card there, so we need to try and do some maths. But I think we're going to be alright, you know. I'm not sure what we give the Cleave to. There's a lot of interesting maths going on here. I don't know what the hidden card is. That's part of the problem, is that I don't know what their hidden cards could be. Yellow, blue, I have no idea. So we're going to play the Cleave now. I think we'll go Cleave onto... Let's go on to the Traveling Merchant, I guess. Oh, this just... Okay, so we could have readied this twice. That's interesting. So our Darius is a readying. Oh, they just get... It gets +2 when it readies. I mean, Darius is pretty good. And now we're going all out to try and win. So they have 4 points here plus a hidden card. And here they have 7, 8, 10, 11. So we've got a known quantity of 11. I think we go... Jinx is 6. Darrett 13. Is that going to be... If they have 2 energy spare. Vi Darius is 15. And then we would go 11. I think we can be pretty aggressive here. Let's go for the Traveling Merchant as well. Let's go for these. And then we have 14 to the right. Surely that's enough. 14 and 14. It's all evens. But the Traveling Merchant, I gave, I think, extra stats this turn with the Assault. So we draw 1, discard 1. Let's discard the Buccaneer, see what we draw. Nothing I can use, unfortunately. Hidden Blade. Right, so we could send something and then send another. I see what you mean. Hidden Blade. I don't know what that card does, but it rings a bell. So you think a good move would be send 1 Darius and then send another? That's an interesting line. I wouldn't have tried, as I'm a noob. Yeah, we got 19 to the left, which was maybe a little bit of overkill. They're going to retreat one of their recruits away. And now if we control this location this turn, we win. Because we're going to draw a card, I believe, as well. When you basically gain a location... Oh! Siphon Power, what's that doing? Choose a battlefield, give friendly units their +1. Sure, we're still in control. It means that they can finish off like some more of our things, but it doesn't matter. We just remove everything, and they remove everything except the Traveling Merchant. But it's there, it's holding on. We controlled it. And now if I can gain control of the Grand Plaza, I win. So I think we'll listen to that play of going Darius 1 on 1 to see what the hidden card is. I don't know what the hidden cards could be. If we win the showdown, we win. Because it will be the second location we've scored this turn. GG. Let's go. All right, let's go back to the deck and see if there's anything we think about. Like, the curve did feel a bit high, but I think we've got all of the cheap cards, basically, right? With the exception of Gust. The cleave felt good. How many cleaves do I have? 1. Maybe we just play more cleaves and we play less big guys. I don't know about this Noxus Hopeful. I don't think it's bad, but... I mean, it is kind of cheap. Whereas, like, the Darius didn't feel that cheap. Sure, no problem. Let's just go again. We'll definitely play some different decks today as well. Volley Bears up next. Quite a slow deck. Yeah, I've worked them out. I kind of knew how they worked from my physical games that I played with Mage, who's in the chat here, but... I don't think we want Cleave in opening hand. We're going second, so Jinx is a good turn 1. I guess the rear guard's not a bad turn 1 either, but I think Jinx is a better turn 1. I'm going to sit down for a minute, we'll mix it up. Yeah, I actually have a video coming with Mage. It's all ready to go. I just need to make the thumbnail, and I'm probably going to post it on Friday. So I've got like a paper learn to play. We played it in person. It's pretty cool. Right. So do we just go straight for Jinx? Discard 2? Probably. We have Reaver's Row, which is kind of insane with her. And this one is, when you conquer here, recycle one of your runes. I guess the Jinx from hand is better, right? Definitely. We're going to discard the Super Mega Death Rocket. And I think I'll discard Teemo. I haven't quite worked Teemo out yet. Is Teemo OP? There's also Shadowverse, which came out yesterday, which is a new trading card game, which is kind of insane. I think it's like an old one, right? But they've got like a new online client, so I'm keen to check that out. So this Jinx could come in ready. We could just play like 2 of these. In their discard currently they have nothing, so Vire's not a threat. I think it makes sense to put Jinx in ready and just go for the Jugular. Sure, we'll take Super Mega Death Rocket. We'll get rid of this guy. Is this supposed to be a better lore? Kind of, but I mean, it's a physical version. It's like a physical version. It's got a lot of overlap with lore, but I wouldn't say it's like a better lore. It's quite a different game. My early impressions of the game, though, are good. If you liked lore, I think this takes a lot of the best things from it, and in my early, very early impressions, probably removes some of the things I didn't like about that so much. We could discard Vi to get Super Mega Death Rocket back in hand. Don't think we will. But we have to get rid of a rune because of the Sigil of the Storm. And we'll pass. Again, they don't have currently any cards in their discard, so I'm not too worried. But Vi, like, I guess Vi could come in here and tie things up. When you play me, choose an enemy unit at a battlefield with deal damage equal to our might switcher. That's insanely strong. Uh-oh. Wow. That is a nutty card. The good news is they can't quite move in here just yet, because that's now fully healed. We're going to draw 2 cards because of our leader ability. I think Jinx is going to have to retreat here. So we'll play the Seal. I think Jinx has to come back to the base. We have 1 card in hand, so we are going to draw from the loose cannon. But it looks like this one might be running away from us. So they put both into Reaver's Row. Now, that's interesting because there's only 9 stats. What's this doing? Warwick! I enter ready. When attacking, destroy all damage enemy units here. Damn. I have Warwick in my thing up there. I didn't know what he did until now. I have the Arcane promo version of it. But yeah, it looks like we've run out of steam a bit too quickly here. We'll see. Super Mega Death Rocket is something which will come into my hand when I conquer. So we could like conquer here to Super Mega Death Rocket the Vi, for example, or this. So none of this comes in ready. But if I go Jinx plus Vi into the left, when attacking here, destroy all damaged. I mean, that's not damage. The problem is if I move in there, I have to lose a rune permanently. But it might be fine to do so. It might be fine to do so. I could just play the Buccaneer here, discarding the Traveling Merchant. One, two, three, 4. We can get Vi up to a 7 power. I think I prefer holding off on this one for now and just going in with Jinx here. So we win that showdown. Gaining a point. We will take... Oh, but because when I conquer here, I have to... so my sequencing was wrong. I was supposed to play a card first. Yeah, I messed up. Unless I can... I guess I could float this energy. I guess this just gets floated, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So that ordering's fine. My energy's floating. Basically, like, I exhausted that room, but I was able to get it first. So I've still got the Super Mega Death Rocket for this turn. So then what we're going to do is we're going to play the Super Mega Death Rocket. Huh? Choosing targets for what? Oh, I clicked on buy. That's fine. But we're going to Super Mega Death Rocket the Vi. And then we just get this to more than 6 and we're actually popping off. Maybe Jinx was better to the left though and Vi was better to the right. I'm not sure. No, because this gets more than 6. This was the correct play. Oh, I think we just popped off on main stage. I kind of fumbled my way through it, but we got there. I'm not sure I had the perfect line in mind when I started doing things, but the perfect line appeared. We're learning on the job, so it makes sense. So we just get Vi up to 7. And suddenly, Jinx and Vi are popping off. What a duo. Vi is insane. Vi is actually absurdly good. But yeah, I need to play this game a lot to become good and know what I'm talking about. So when like new cards are being released and all this sort of stuff, I can start talking about them with like an actual good understanding. Oh, but I forgot about the fact that they could just move stuff. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that's not good. That's really bad. I forgot about that dynamic. Oopsie daisy. I thought I was taking out the Snapvine, but alas, I was absolutely not. The Reaver's Row, something I underestimated and forgot about. Probably going to end up cooking us. I don't really see us winning from here. I'm honestly tempted to just go next. I think this game's over. Yeah, let's go next. We lost. Spoiler alert. On to the next one. So what went wrong there? Are there any battlefields that would benefit us more? That was really bad for us. Don't know. Obviously the card pool's still quite small. Gwen looks a bit weird. Hey Tira, what's up? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Tira Lee. Now that is a throwback. I feel like some cheaper cards would be good, right? We already have max cleaves. Obviously, we don't have the whole card pool yet, so like we can't necessarily... I mean, this is cheap. It costs 2. This card could be a good finisher. It's expensive, but it comes in ready. This card seems like it could be decent. When you play me move a unit from a battlefield to its base, it seems like it could be a good finisher, right? Maybe we're supposed to play this guy. That actually does sound very useful to like close out the game. Sounds like a good finisher. Even though I just said I want cheap cards, I just put in a 5 cost. I think it's fine. But what do we get rid of? I'm still not convinced by the Noxus Hopeful, actually. I need one of those anyway. Yeah, let's just play one of these. I don't know. I feel like we might have got everything we can for this deck. We'll probably move on and play some different deck soon. Obviously, we don't have all the cards released yet. Not even close, so... while we're waiting here, I'm like having a little peek at some of the other cards which have been released, which aren't yet on Pixelborn. Definitely want to look through all the cards. Alright, we're up against Volibear again. See if we can be a bit more aggro mode. We're going second, so I guess like we're keeping the rear guard. I feel like Get Excited is way too good not to keep. I think it's a very insane card. Right, and we hit the same one when you conquer here, recycle one of your runes. I think that was a big problem for us. That location's really bad for us. Okay, so we hit the seal. The question is, how do we play this? If I play the seal, I float an energy. I think we go for the seal plus the Chemtech. So we play the seal, we float one energy. We tap the seal, which means we have one power spare. So basically we have one power floating here, which is this one, and one energy floating here. So like, even though it says I've only got 2 energy, I've actually got 3 energy because I floated one, and I have 1 power from the seal. Because when I played the seal, it cost nothing, but I played the power. So I floated the energy, paid the power cost, and then when I tap the seal, I get power back. So basically it just pays for itself for free. You do lose 1 energy permanently, but not for this turn. So the seal cost us 1 power, but this would have cost us 1 power to be played anyway. What's this one do? Just adds a purple power, and they play this guy already? Well, there was nothing at a battlefield, so it does nothing. So that's something. Unfortunately, we don't have any big, powerful guys to use Get Excited with. That's the other reason to have big, expensive cards, is because of the Get Excited synergy. What we could do here... I don't know. What do we do? We certainly want to take control of Reaver's Row. It probably makes sense to do so with... I mean, we could take control of both. Sure, that makes an abundance of sense. Can this be played during showdowns? It can. I don't want to play Jinx because I have to discard the Get Excited. I could play this Jinx and discard the other Jinx, I suppose. Maybe that's the line. And we may as well pay the 4 because I have nothing else to spend it on, right? So we discard the Jinx from hand and the Legion rearguard. I'm not exactly sure what moves in, and if we move anything into the Sigil Storm. I think it might make the most sense to just move the Chompers in. We can, if they come in, we just retreat. Simple as that. I don't think I want to move this guy in there. Even though we need to be aggro-y. Feels a little bit too bad. But this location's so bad for us, the Sigil of the Storm. It's a disaster, actually. Comes in ready, and when attacking, destroy all damage enemy units. This was such a weak play by them, though. But they have so many runes. Volibears, when you play a mighty unit, you may exhaust me to channel 1 rune exhausted. That's why they're popping off, because this guy is just juicing them up, giving them more runes. So yeah, they move in. We are going to make the Flame Chompers retreat. And we can play this during a showdown. So let's see what we draw into. Ugh. I mean, we can discard the Flame Chompers to deal 3 to this guy. So I think it still deals 6 back. So what we could do is we could just move this guy in. Maybe just move these 2 in, to be honest. This is the problem with us using our Jinx earlier, right? Like from the one from hand. Because I valued this Get Excited so much, we're kind of a little bit screwed in terms of costs. So 5 might. 4 and 3. So if we go in with, I guess we go in with 3. I'm still working out how all the showdowns work. I think I was supposed to have clicked the seal already by now. So I think that was a mistake. I was supposed to have clicked the seal to begin with. Because my plan is, now I can use Get Excited, I discard the Chompers, and I deal 3 to the Snapvine. So they're both going to remove each other, is my understanding. Yep. I should be able to play this, right? Yeah, there we go. And I think Jinx moves in here. And we will move this guy in, which is going to, like, probably die, but there we are. And you could argue that I could have moved this guy in earlier, because, like, okay, I lost out on runes, but I actually had not enough to spend on stuff. Hey, Minoon. Not Gwenting at the moment, mate. Physical Gwent's out, though, soon, which I will be making content for. But I'm really focusing on physical card games. I'm going very variety mode. This one's a simulator for Riftbound, the League of Legends card game, which comes out in October. And it's going to be taking up a lot of my energy. Yeah, if you're interested in physical card games at all, I've got you covered in that department. Yeah, physical Gwent's really fun. I have actually already recorded some videos with it. I got my hands on it early. Right, so they take out Jinx. I mean, this one just looks over again, doesn't it? We're just cooked. It's interesting, like before it felt like I didn't have high enough curve, and now it feels like I don't have low enough. But we'll see what we draw. If we draw like a Super Mega Death Rocket, we can deal with Warwick. Can we hit Get Excited and... Oh, we can't hit all 3 seals. I think that's just really unlucky, to be honest. I feel like that's just really unlucky. I think the problem here with this game was using the Jinx as the champion and not the one from hand. It was a bit too greedy. It didn't work out for us. We lost, for sure. It's interesting. We're actually struggling quite a bit at the moment. Don't like this card. A lot of our cards are costing energy. Maybe, I mean, this guy I think is good. 2 cost for 4 might seems kind of insane. I think we're supposed to be playing that. It's also got good synergy with Get Excited, right? It's an expensive card which becomes cheaper. It's the same reason I like one of the others. I think Darius count can be reduced. He's expensive. Just play 1 maybe. Ari. This Ari leader used to give me absolute nightmares in Runeterra. In the brief period I played it, when I first started playing Runeterra, she was like the most broken card around. We're going second. I guess we're getting rid of Teemo. Hey Dumdy, what's up, mate? How's things? Okay, we get the discard, draw one. When you conquer here, choose 2 runes, ready them at the end of this turn. Working, let's go. Alright, that's a really nice hit, because we can just play the rear guard and put it into Targon Peak. Alright, but readying them at the end of the turn only matters because then I can do stuff in my opponent's turn, so actually that doesn't matter. We're still going to play the rear guard, but we probably go for Zorn. And discard the Super Mega Death Rocket. I believe the way this works is I move in and I can choose which order they resolve in. So I conquer, discard the Super Mega Death Rocket from Zorn Warrens, and then I can add the Super Mega Death Rocket back to hand. I'm assuming that's how it works, but we'll find out for science. They have 2 resources, so we're going to discard the Super Mega Death Rocket. And now because that's in the discard, I'm assuming I can still... Doesn't look like I can. Never mind. Because I guess I've already conquered, and this also probably says when you conquer. Yeah, so I guess it just wasn't available to be triggered when this triggered. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. It's still probably the correct thing to discard. Death Knell, draw 1 when it dies. Similar to the Runeterra version. The Jinx looks good here. Don't think we want 2 Vise. Not sure there's a bunch of cleave value anytime soon. I'm assuming I couldn't like... Oh, they're actually going in here. It's interesting. What have they got up their sleeve? I imagine it's not just sacrificing it. I didn't actually read what Ari does. Let me read this first. Give unit +2 and draw 1. And then they on guard, which gave it extra stats, I think. Ari is when you hold, score 1 point. Cool. Oh, that's like the card. So they take out Jinx here, which is well played by them. We have this Jinx, though, which can also come in ready. That's where if I had a combat trick, I could have done some nice stuff. Oh, we'll just use this Jinx. Even better. We're going to put her in ready. We're going to discard both of these. At least I think this was better. Maybe it wasn't. I might have been wrong on that. Ari is when an enemy unit attacks a battlefield you control, give +1 might. Oh, wow. They have a lot of resources, so they might have another trick. They do. Ari's got all the combat tricks. On guard, give a friendly unit +1. If it's the only unit you control, they're +1. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of extra stats, mate. Damn, we're getting cooked. First time I've played against this one. This isn't one of the trial deck leaders. Or is it? Maybe it is. So you can see the power of like combat tricks, which we don't really have at the moment. I don't even... Can you use this in combat? Yeah, you can use cleave in a combat, which is like something I need to try and do more often. When I hold, you score 1 point. That's really cool. So they're just like trying to hold out on this one location now with Ari. Which has definitely caught me off guard. They have 3 resources as well. We could play Teemo. And then discard and don't have Jinx come in ready. If Jinx comes in ready, they're probably just going to have another combat trick. But the question is, how many combat tricks do they really have in hand? They already played 3 on guards, a Stupefy. Do they really have more? I would imagine the answer is yes. Probably. But if we don't go now, like, when are we ever getting into this? So I think we're just going to, like, accept that we're probably losing. But we're not going to play to lose. We're going to find the line which is winning, which is that they don't have any combat tricks in hand. Which my gut feeling is that's very unlikely. But it seems like my only hope. Oh, Ari is giving my thing -1. Okay, so my Jinx dies. Never mind. Probably still worth it, right? Probably was still worth it. But look at the card disparity. So the Ari Nine-Tailed Fox leader, when an enemy unit attacks a battlefield you control, give it -1 might. Makes sense. Lee Sin, shield, buff me. I can have any number of buffs. Oh, bro, what is it with these seals, mate? They are... is it even good? I'm starting to doubt that it's even good. I think it's just unlucky. Or they could move it here. Damn, that's cool. Ari seems cool. I like it. I think we can go next. We'll just see what we draw before we lock it in, but I don't think we're coming back from this. But the loose cannon's going to come through. Teemo and Darius. Yeah, I'm going to... It's interesting. I feel like this deck is just lacking a few cheaper cards, that we really want to just have more cheap cards. I'm not liking the top deck vibes of the deck either. And we have to look back at this Jinx. Is she worth playing? When you discard 1 or more cards, ready me and give me +1 might this turn. I don't know. She's very expensive. Gust. Return a unit at a battlefield with 3 or less power. That would have been really valuable there. Maybe we just put some gusts in. I think we need some more combat, like, or some combat tricks, not some more, some. Let's get rid of the Darius. I think he's too expensive. I know this guy's also expensive though. I mean, it's not a card I'm in love with. By removing the expensive cards though, is that going to disappear? Is it just, cool. By removing the expensive cards, our Get Excited card does become worse. That's one big concern. Which is an interesting balancing act. I've got a mirror. You take out Teemo. Yeah, Teemo doesn't seem great so far. I can see it. Not really convinced about gut. Oh, God. I mean, it's all going wrong for us, isn't it? Truly. All right. It's all gone wrong. I mean, look at that. I put in all these combat spells. I missed a turn 1 play. That's why I kind of wanted Teemo, though, right? It's like, I literally have every single... I think I just low rolled. I have every single 2-drop that I could possibly play. I just missed every single one of them. I'm kind of tilted. Probably shouldn't have rage quit that quickly. I don't know about Gust, though. Like, I don't... there's a weird balancing act. I think I don't want to play this deck anymore because it just feels like there's more 2-drops which I would want to play. So let's play a different deck. Let's play something new. Let's look at... I don't know. Maybe Vi? Let's look at each champion and decide which one I want to play the most. That's a lot. Oh no, the legends. Alright, so currently there's going to be more than this. There's no Vi champion currently. I think she's been revealed, but she's not been coded. So we could play Volibear. I probably want to play Lee Sin, Misfortune, Ari, or this, because they're not the trial decks, and I'm kind of familiar with the trial decks a bit more. Hey Dejan, what's up? Is Cassis Kaiser? Don't think so. Might though. Let me read them. So, Darius Legend is reaction, which means you can do it in your opponent's turn. Legion, if you've played 1 card already, add 1 mana. That's quite a confusing card. That's quite a confusing card. Set Teemo, Leona, and Kaiser. So reaction Legion, add 1 mana. Doesn't. I'm not really getting too drawn into that. This one seemed really cool. When an enemy unit attacks a battlefield you control, give it -1 might this turn. The Blind Monk, buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets +1. Or Misfortune, give a unit ganking. I feel like that might be most up my street. It's Misfortune. Dejan asks for it. Dejan gets it. So there is 2 Misfortune champions. There's Misfortune Captain. Oh no, I guess the Buccaneer. So Accelerate. You may pay 1 extra mana for them to enter ready. She's ganking. And what was the... Give a unit ganking. The first time I move each turn, you may ready something else that's exhausted. That sounds pretty good. And this one is, you may play me to an open battlefield. Friendly units may be played to open battlefields. Alright, well let's just assume we're going to play both for now. And it's purple, orange. We'll just put 6 of in each for now. So, the seals are just... For the power costs that we prefer, we'll probably play some sort of seal. 1 cost is only Gust. In at 2, we have Challenge. It costs 1 power. Choose a friendly unit and an enemy unit. They deal damage equal to their mights to each other. Channel an Exhausted Room. Synthria of Cloudfield. When you play another unit, buff me. No, I'm doing both. I have 3 Lorcana tournaments happening this weekend. But like, I think that my bigger focus for now is going to be on my variety stuff. Like, I already know what I need to do to make Lorcana content. It's kind of like second nature to me. I'm still doing all the main Lorcana stuff I would be doing. But now in the in-between gaps, rather than like forcing Lorcana content, like building a deck, which I don't really want to play that much, but I'll just build it for content. Rather than doing that, I don't think that there's enough in it for me at the moment to do that. And I'd rather invest my time expanding into other trading card games. And that's been particularly highlighted as something very important to do with the fact that I'm not casting Worlds. I haven't cast a Lorcana tournament in over 6 months now. So it's something I was already going to do, but that for me has just definitely pushed me in that direction. No doubt about it. This doesn't seem great. I mean, it seems like we have a real lack of good 2 costs for now in a Misfortune deck. Let's keep playing Jinx for a bit. We'll go back to it. Is there anything else I can do? We will go back to it. I think it's just a problem that some of the decks, if it's like an aggro-y deck and you don't have that many 2-drops. That felt bad though, that I had nothing I could play on turn 1. That was painful. Flesh and Blood's on my list, but I haven't played it before. I did Gwent and Marvel Snap and Lorcana. I made like a couple of Runeterra videos too. Do we need like actual top end as a Jinx player? I don't think so. Is this card good? Because I'm not playing this card currently. When you discard 1 or more cards, ready me and give me +1. I mean, maybe I need the Darius and the Jinx top end, right? Like, I think Darius is pretty good. I'm not sure that Cleave is that good, honestly. I think Gust might be better than Cleave. I've been really underwhelmed by the Cleave. So far, at least. Maybe it was Marvel Snap. I made a lot of Marvel Snap content. Especially in the early days. Is this card good? When you discard 1 or more cards, ready me and give me +1 might. The biggest problem with it is I don't currently play any purple. I mean, this card also might be good. Riftbound Casting? I hope so. That would be nice. When you play me, move a unit from a battlefield to its base. I think this might be a better finisher than Darius or Jinx. Let's give it a go. The thing is with Get Excited, we do really want some expensive cards. It's like a weird balancing act. I think we're supposed to play expensive cards, actually. Like this guy, 6 damage is so strong. I don't know that it's that good though. Maybe Darius is just better. I think we're probably supposed to play Darius and this guy. Like, they're expensive, but we play discard cards at the end of the day, right? This card feels like it's probably good enough to play as well. The Noxus Hopeful. I don't know though. It's the one I'm a bit unsure on most. Gust I want to just give a try to. I feel like it has to be decent. Someone was saying we could get rid of Teemo as well. Maybe Teemo's not very good. Let's get rid of Teemo. I like it so far. It's got a lot of very unique mechanics, which I like. Like, it doesn't feel like a game I've played before. But it's early days. But yeah, I like it. I like the art. I like all of the stuff outside of the game just seems incredibly well done and thought through. Like, they've already announced rotation. They've already announced the competitive circuit and exactly how it's all going to work. All of that seems unbelievably promising, really. I do find myself mulliganing quite aggressively in this game so far. Reaver's Row, and players play one additional rune during their first. So I'm going to have 4. I have 4 runes on turn 1 here. Arena Bar. Buff an exhausted friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets +1 buff. Okay. Yeah, I did, Dumdy. I was actually streaming it. Was I streaming it? Maybe I wasn't. I watched it. I think I just watched it. I think we might just slam the Jinx down here immediately. We lose 1 power. Like, we could play the Regen Learguard, but that would be it. I'm going for Jinx. Let's get rid of Vi, and I think I might get rid of the Marauder. Basically, in the Witcher 4 Unreal Engine demo, the lead game designer meant, like, someone got kicked out of a tavern, and the lead game designer said, "Oh, that's what happens if you cheat at Gwent." It was very intentional. And Bourgeois replied to me on Twitter saying, like, "Of course. Yeah, of course Gwent was mentioned." So moving into the right, like, we're going to lose the right if they want to go in with Lee Sin. But we're just getting these points early. And I can move Jinx away here because of Reaver's Row. Reaver's Row does seem very strong for us. It was the best bit of the trailer, I agree. I tweeted about it as well. They got 2 Lee Sins down, which looks very scary, like just some big guys. This is where, like, the 1 cost card I had doesn't look all that enticing, really. So my gut feeling is we play the Chemtech Enforcer. I don't know. I think we're cooked, guys. Yet again. I think we're going to try that. Let's go TSI. When you play this, buff a friendly unit if it doesn't have a buff. Friendly units have deflect. Opponents must pay any ink or any power to choose those units with a spell or ability. That's fine. Why did this get buffed though? It was already buffed, so I thought it couldn't get buffed. Oh, I can have any number of buffs. Probably should have read the card. I like that we're losing though. Like, I like that I'm losing and I'm finding it difficult. That's a good sign. I don't think I like Gust. I think this has to be good. Cleave. Yesterday we won a lot, but today, loss and loss and loss. Hey, but I'm liking it a lot. I like that I'm losing. They looked good. That's the first time I played against them. Kind of unconvinced by this big guy. Let's put him... I think 2 Vi's is too much. Let's just put 1 Vi to the bottom. It's important to note when you're mulliganing, you're actually putting 1 to the bottom, right? Haven't played much JINX. It looks like playing the champion that early without building a board first. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So we're going first. Vi is all I can play, and I lose 1 rune permanently to play out. It's not a great start, I would wager. This is what I'm kind of saying about the deck. You just kind of want a few more early code cards, but there's just not enough of them currently, right? That seems very strong. That's great news. Get excited is what we need. I think we're still supposed to play 3 of these guys. Still taking a break? I'm not taking a break from Lorcana, no. I've got Lorcana tournaments this weekend. I'm just not focusing on Lorcana as much as I maybe once would have. But still my focus. Lorcana and Riftbound are basically where I see my long-term content being. Yeah, like, I mean, streaming Pixelborn Connect, it's just not that enjoyable. I just don't enjoy it that much. But I'm going to be, I'm streaming from tournaments like I usually do. I have a tournament this weekend, so I've got Lorcana streams Saturday and Sunday. We've found similar to Gwent. No, I would say it's not even slightly similar. This is a big problem with the deck though, right? Like all of my early curve cards, I'm often forced to play something which is losing me power when I really don't want to. Yeah, I have played Gwent. I've got videos coming. The Mad Kata. Videos coming soon, TM. I've got quite a lot of videos recorded. I actually have it. I got it early. Well, kind of have it. Kind of don't. Long story. But I do. For all intents and purposes. It's more like a living card game, yeah. I really don't know how to play this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to play Jinx. I guess I use this guy and just put him in ready. And I don't even want to discard and draw one particularly. Bummer. I need to keep this for the victor. It's a really good purchase, my cat. You're not going to regret it. It's great. Think Lorcano ever had Kingdom Hearts? No idea. Probably at some point. I'm not really too familiar with Kingdom Hearts. I know people. I don't know roughly what it is, but. We are struggling though, aren't we, with this deck at the moment? It's interesting. It's like I say, my gut feeling is that this deck just needs some more cheap cards to function properly. Damn, are they just going to move everything in and then just get loads of recruits? That is insane that they can just do that immediately. We need to draw something which I can actually discard to remove Victor with, which I can't do. Which is, I think, probably GG for us. I would imagine. You take your units to base here. That's an option. Yeah. I could see that. Alright, let's try it. Not being able to use Get Excited on Victor is such a bummer. I could have also tried to keep it in hand. I think my main concern with the game from a gameplay point of view is like the card draw top decking feels a little bit gross, but maybe that's just because I'm playing a Jinx deck, right? There's just a lot of randomness in what cards you top deck. But it is a card game at the end of the day. And it's probably because I'm playing a Jinx deck where like I have so few cards in hand. First time a friendly unit dies each turn, draw one. Excuse me. Mine is very aggro. It's like self-discard. So I draw a card if I have one or fewer cards in my hand. And the deck I'm playing against is a swarm deck. Spawns lots of guys. Wow, it's a standoff, is it? I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Yeah, self-discard. Very similar to Jinx in Runeterra. So we could just play the cleave. Or let's do this. Bam. We just move this back to safety. Now I'm assuming I can't move back into that and get another point. If I can, I just want the game in a way that I didn't even think about until it was an option. I'm assuming I can't get another point here. Not in this turn, no. So we won't put anything else into this location. We'll just leave it there. We have one card in hand, so we're going to draw again with Jinx. So to get that 8th point, you have to hold the location, or you have to, if you conquer, you have to like conquer both, basically. You can't win the game. You can't get that 8th point by just conquering a single location. You can only score one from each battlefield per turn. Makes sense. This one is doing what? Each player kills one of their units. I mean, we just kill the chompers, right? I think it's actually a no-brainer. I'm also playing Cyberpunk at the moment, guys, on my Switch too. 10 hours in, it's really fun. I haven't like sat there and gamed in so long, but because I've got it when I'm traveling. I went to the gym and did some biking earlier. Just played Cyberpunk for 45 minutes. It was a vibe. Whoa! I think they're trying to win the right location, guys. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. They could have played that here, though. They've got slightly more than just the demo decks now. They're adding more as we go. Oh, Darius, stop that. That's insane. It's actually broken. So we start by conquering the left. Oh, it's draw one, then discard one? No, it's discard one, then draw one. So why do I have to discard? Surely I don't. Surely I discard and then... I'm confused. Discard, then draw one. What? I don't understand what just happened. Well... we're just moving into this. We're not even thinking about it, right? We just see if we've got enough. I imagine I do. Go, Vi, go. So Vi gets to put a card from the bottom, a card from my discard, or my trash, as it's actually called. Vi is actually insane. Nice shout on retreating, though. Oh, no. I'm doing it. Even if you tell me not to do it, I'm doing it. I already made my decision. I mean, they have no mana available, so I think I'm fine. You drew from the left battlefield because you conquered when I have 7 points. Right. Thanks. So because I didn't get that 8th point, instead, like as a little benefit, I just drew a card. Yeah, makes sense. I remember that one. Thanks. It's very interesting, this retreat play, because I thought, like, you know, I'm a pure aggro deck. I don't have time for that, but as it turns out, I do. Vi is just insane. I feel like this card's a bit overpowered. Attack! 56 points! 45 points. Whatever. A lot of points. Bam, 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 bam. They get to choose what they remove. Phoenix? I don't think so. Hooray! We won! I can't believe we had so many points. That's insane. Guys, I am about 40 hours into my fast. Holding in there. Pretty sure these are Gwent songs. Right, the Phoenix is here. I was just starting to take a peek at it. Oh, or not. Yasuo. Now, Yasuo, I seem to remember, was kind of OP. 40. Yeah, God knows I need it, mate. I put on so much weight. I'm feeling good, though. I'll probably eat later. We'll see. Drinking lots of water. Got some decaf coffee. Hand's quite good. I wonder if we keep it. I mean, this is kind of bad, right? When you play me, discard one. I think I'll do that. Just discard the Super Mega Death Rocket. Ooh, nice. No point of playing this yet. Insane. We're just that good, guys. We're just that good. So obviously bear in mind, like, the full card pool is not available, so we're playing an incomplete game currently. We're just getting a feel for how everything works. It's also an opportunity for me to flex my 20 months Patreon subscription to Pixelborn. Good investment, if you ask me. Goes to charity, mate. This is my charity commitments. Think we'll get rid of... I mean, Vi with the seal is probably good enough. We'll just get rid of the big guy. Not often I only mulligan one card, but felt appropriate on this occasion. Thanks, Buddha. Right, so we're going to have an additional rune, so we're going to start with 4, so we can actually play all 3 of these cards here. Which is quite spicy. Or we could put Jinx in ready immediately. I have a feeling Jinx ready might be the move. I guess we can't get the Flame Chompers value. Maybe it's just better to go wide for now. They go Vi. It's a good hand. When does this release on Pixelborn? It's on Pixelborn now, mate. I did a video on my YouTube here live for a tutorial on how to do it. Might have to get myself a decaf coffee after this game. Keep those hunger cravings down. So Vi moves in, which I'm a little bit surprised about, because it's opening the door for my Vi. We can take advantage of that, because we could discard, or even just Jinx comes in ready. Bam. Challenge. What? Choose a friendly unit and an enemy unit. They deal damage equal to their mites to each other. So why did theirs die and mine didn't? Did that bug? Shouldn't they have both died? I think that's a bug, right? I'm assuming that's a bug. Hey, Brayden. What's up? Oh, yeah, self-discard, baby. If you played Runeterra, it's like Jinx from Runeterra, but in Riftbound. So how could I not start with this? That's an expensive opening hand. We'll get rid of both of them. I think it might be good. I think Traveling Merchant on one's pretty much the best on one. Double Reavers row. We could go Vi and Noxus Hopeful next turn. Seems good. Seems good enough. But when we play the Traveling Merchant, we discard and then draw one. So we'll discard the Super Mega Death Rocket still, I believe. Buff and exhausted for any unit if it doesn't have a buff against +1. I don't think that card's great. Let's discard the big guy to get the Super Mega Death Rocket back. Aggro mode activated. They have 4 runes. Now they have 6. They are ramping, guys. But they're ramping slowly. The problem here is I don't really know what all their spells do. I'm rating Riftbound a lot so far. But ask chat. I don't need to use the Jinx right now. It doesn't really achieve much. I guess what I could do is I could just retreat this guy. Then we get a discard, and we'll discard Super Mega Death Rocket. Okay, nice. Play the seal. The cost for the seal. I mean, I could still Jinx. This doesn't actually work because we have nothing to discard. But I don't know if I played that correctly, but it seems fine. I think I might have played it in a bit of a wonky manner. But there we are. I mean, that's not much of a threat. I don't think we're losing to that. It's possible I wasn't supposed to play this guy and just discard it and have Super Mega Death Rocket in hand instead of this on the board. It's very likely. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I guess like the 6th, securing the 7th point is really valuable earlier. Or is it? It's actually interesting. I guess there's like a weird points threshold which is more valuable to get than other points. Big volley bears down, which is pretty alarming. I guess getting to 6 is better than 5, right? I'm just playing 12 red ones for now. Now, whether that would actually be how I would play the deck afterwards. All of the cards I wanted are red rune power. The only cards... There wasn't really any cards I cared about that were purple rune power. And there was one game where I played 2 purple runes and 10 red runes. And I just drew the 2 purple runes to begin with. I was like, never again. Never again. I imagine, like, as more cards get printed, that'll change, right? But with this card pool, that's what I decided to go for. So I can just retreat via here. I'm quite worried about what they might be able to potentially do. Now I'm at 6, I think I can just take it easy, right? Like 6 is the threshold to get to. Because you can end the game the next turn. If you're at 5, you're 2 turns away, right? It's interesting. Like how in other card games, lethal would be like a questing thing. In this, it's being at 6 points. You can't have lethal at 5 unless you have like an extra way of gaining a point for a card ability. So what I could also do here is I could move this guy away. Move this guy in. Oh, that's spicy. Now I'm quite terrified that they have a card which is like deal a bunch of damage to the location. So I'm just leaving everything at the base. I think there's like some sort of card which like decimates everything at the locations. Maybe like based off how much might one of your cards has. I don't know. But we can just retreat Jinx because of the location here, Reaver's Row. Ooh, they use Get Excited. They get rid of the merchant, that's fine. 12 damage on a merchant. Wow, that's just mean. Poor guy. It's fine though, we can still just capture this and capture this. We just put our weakest card into this one. We capture this and we win the game. They have 8 energy available though with 1 card in hand. There's a 6 cost 2 power volley bear only spell that says choose a friendly unit in your base. Yeah. Cool, thanks Mark. What's it called? So I can't use this because this has ward, basically. No, opponents... Okay, opponents just must pay. Well, I can pay. Damn, the Madden Marauder. I don't know if that should be counted as me capturing it, like me moving that away, right? I'm a bit confused by that, but there we go. Boop. They think it's all over. So I draw a card when I capture this. But then, if they can't stop me in the showdown, I win. They could stop me, and then I could still move in, because it would require the last card. GG. Damn, the Marauder did the business. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go get myself coffee. I'm getting pretty hungry. I'm going to push through. I'm going to drink more water and drink some black coffee. Maybe some salt would be a good idea. I'm always hungry. Oh, the gym aches are real, mate. Oh my goodness. My thighs are in tatters. That's not a bad thing. Ay. I am tired. Hey, mate. Thanks for the sub, bro. I only just realised. 2 hours ago. I'm a very good streamer. Thanks, mate. Games are going good. Game is fun. I like it. I'm tired, though, and I'm hungry. I'm tired. I've been finding it difficult to stream these days. I don't know. It's interesting. When I'm like out and about, it's chill. I think it's just because I stream. It's actually, I have a problem where I lose a lot of energy in the afternoons. Whether I eat, don't eat, no matter what I eat, I've been really trying to like work it out. I have like this like big dip in energy in the afternoons. So I always used to stream first thing in the morning, but the problem is if I stream first thing in the morning, I don't get anything else done for the rest of the day. So I have to get my like priorities done and then stream in the afternoon. But then when the afternoon comes, I mean, maybe it's something to do with the fact that I haven't eaten for nearly 40 hours. True, but well, actually 40 hours, but it's pretty different to Lorcana, I have to say. So I don't think I want Cleave. I don't even know if I like this card in general. I'm going first. I mean, honestly, that hand's pretty good. I think it can work. Reaver's Row and the Recruit one. So I think the clear starting point for us is the Traveling Merchant. Bam. End turn. Oh, is it complicated? There's definitely like a few weird things to get your head around, mainly with the mana system, but I would say it's not. No, I would say they're kind of similar. They're both like simple to grasp, but complex to master, right? So nice. They're very different games though, that's for sure. So my gut feeling is, I mean, it would be kind of nice to... Oh, we could, like, basically the merchant could go here. We could get this guy in ready and discard the Flame Chompers. Control both. I think I might try that. So let's go Traveling Merchant here because it can retreat. We discard the Chompers. We play the Chompers. And I still have the 4. That get the effect if you've played another card. Wow, that's interesting that triggers that already. That's actually really good to know. I didn't realize that. My gut feeling was I'd go for the Legion Rearguard, but maybe I'm changing my mind and I'm just playing like this guy and this guy. Sure, I would play versus viewer. I'm still playing Lorcana. I'm doing Lorcana all weekend. I have a whole weekend of Lorcana. And 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, I spent a whole weekend in Norway doing Lorcana. I was on holiday this weekend. I didn't go to any events. But my next 2 weekends are full of Lorcana plans. I have a tournament this weekend, and then it's Worlds the weekend afterwards. I'm still doing Lorcana stuff. I just plan on doing other stuff as well. That's all. It just no longer makes business sense for me to do. Not even business sense, just sense. Business sense, enjoyment sense, professional sense. So just do nothing but Lorcana. It just doesn't make sense anymore. I did it for a year. I had great fun. It was awesome. I love the game. But there's lots of other games out there, and there's also lots of other opportunities out there. And particularly, again, when I didn't get invited to Cast Worlds, it really brings all of that home. Don't know if I mentioned, guys, but I didn't get invited to Cast Worlds. Did I say that once or twice? Think I might have. Think I might be a little bit upset about that. Siphon power. Not really sure what that did, but I don't think it worked how they were hoping it might. I think I'll keep the big guy in case of like get excited. What did Siphon Power do? Choose a battlefield, give friendly units there, +1. Yeah, I think they forgot about that. Oh! Look at that. He says it, he receives it. I mean, 4 into that is just very clean, isn't it? But they can move 1 away anyway. We could go for the Traveling Merchant to discard 1. The thing is, I'm wanting to hold Get Excited for Victor. I think we're fine going in here because they're just going to move one of these things away, right? There's no way they keep both. If they do, then we just take it with something else. So we just go in here with a 3. Yeah. Big tummy rumble. I don't know if I want to move this guy, right? I feel like I don't. I don't want to discard 2 either. I like my hand. Rewatch. DKP finals versus Red Purple. What final was this? Oh, in Germany. Yeah, that was a cool tournament. I was really happy with my cast there. I already knew I wasn't casting Worlds, I think, at that point. Yeah. But thanks, mate. Yeah, I think I'm really happy with how I've casted Lorcana this year. I worked really hard on it. But never mind. It is what it is. I'm sure I'll cast more in the future. It's just a drawn out thing, right? It's like Worlds is still there, but yeah. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. I think that's the last time I cast Lorcana, actually. Pretty sure. So they moved the scout in. We could let them take it, but... because this is going to give them 1 extra resource, and Victor's going to spawn a recruit. I guess we let them take it, right? We let them take it because then I can just still gain this back and gain my point anyway. Doesn't matter if I hold it or if I gain it back. It's 1 point. But this way they don't get the scout with the 1 extra rune, and Victor doesn't spawn them a recruit. Oh, I could have played this during the showdown, though, and just gotten rid of Victor immediately, I think. I think that's what I was supposed to do, right? I was supposed to respond with that, but never mind. It only targets stuff at battlefields. Okay, that makes sense why. Maybe there was a pop-up, but I didn't recognize that there was, maybe. It's moving 4 in there. Oh, can Get Excited not target Victor? Just deal it. Oh. Damn. Okay, so I'm cheating. I'm bug abusing without realizing. Find out what hidden cards do yet. Kinda? Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, looks like I just scammed them. Get Excited is not supposed to be able to target him. Didn't know. That makes Get Excited a lot worse and Victor a lot scarier. I thought Get Excited was unbelievably broken. I mean, that makes a lot more sense from a balance point of view. Still a good card. Judge! So we're not at that magical 6 points. 6 points is the money amount of points. To be honest. 5 points is kind of a bad number to be on. There's a massive threshold between 5 and 6 points in this game. So do I want them to have a ramp? Not really. I think I'll move it. I still gain that point, right? It doesn't matter if we let them gain 1 point, but I don't really care. It's like health is a resource. It's that same sort of logic. Each player kills one of their units. I'll take the recruit, thank you. I guess they'll go for their soaring scout. They don't. Sure. But yeah, I did kind of cheat in this game, so it's this one's got a bit of an asterisk next to it. So we draw for Jinx, and then we get the altar through. The altar actually went through first. That's interesting. Seal, and what do we draw for the turn? Let's move the traveling merchant in and discard the seal. Well played, they say, but do they know that I scammed them? Because I kind of did scam them accidentally, of course. I don't think they have much I need to worry about, so I'm just gonna... do a bit of this, do a bit of that. Basically just reinforce the left, so they can take the right, and that's fine. But then I just swoop in and take the right, and I win. And you have to win a basically. Well, they actually have to take the left and the right. We gain a point for holding. We win. You can't gain a point, the 8th point, by just conquering one location. But if you conquer a location and hold the other location already, you win. So basically, if you conquer a location and you already have the other one, you get that 8th point. Or if you just hold a location, you can get the 8th point. So this will be a win here. I did kind of cheat, so we'll make sure we don't do that again. Right, so I can click it and just say no. I guess I could have gone with the traveling merchant, right? Discard and then draw. So I should have just moved the traveling merchant there. It's basically a free card draw. Is this BM? Like they're just molding? They're just so mad that they're just making me... I mean, I guess I kind of cheated, so maybe this is their way of getting back at me. Don't understand. Do you gain a point for winning a showdown? Is that how that works? So even though... No image? Check my YouTube video, mate. There's a thing. You see the link? The updated thing? Updated images link. You just go here and you copy it here and you click update. Happy days. Victor. Alright, we won't cheat again, guys. No more cheating. Major Armor's going to report me otherwise. We're going first. Traveling Merchant will do a trick. Honestly, it's a very good hand. Do I keep it? Probably. Yeah, this card's really good because the Flame Chompers counts as playing. You're very welcome, William. I like this game. My verdict is I like this game. I think it's cool. I think it's good. Super Mega Death Rocket is money against this guy. Post a comment on that video because the copy paste is... Wait. Is it? In what way do you mean? Like the... Did I put the wrong link in or something? So I'll fix that immediately if I did. So... The problem is with the Traveling Merchant... Well, I guess we could put something in alongside it. I think we just go here, right? We don't need the discard right now. Takes you to the Pixelborn. What does that mean? Oh. Right, you're just supposed to copy and paste it though. You're not supposed to... Maybe that's the confusion's coming from. This cost a power, this cost a power, and 2 energy. This cost 2 energy. But maybe I can make the instructions clear in the description. What was that? What was that? Hidden Blade, hide now, or kill a unit on the battlefield its controller draws 2. Okay. My gut feeling is I just lose the Traveling Merchant, right? My belly is rumbling. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is rumbling. Chompers! I'm just going to discard the cleave here. Oh, in my head this was get excited. But probably should have just discarded a more order, but I don't think it matters. They didn't play this still. Very interesting. Discarding the chompers. We're just playing Jinx here. +5 might to all. No, but I do know it's a card. It's in this deck, right? Maybe I even could have gone for the +7 units, but that seems a bit absurd. Again, we're at that 5 points mark, which seems quite common. Guess that makes sense. You capture one thing and then you capture 2 and 2 each turn. So to get to 6 as quick as possible, you would have to do 2 captures per turn. So you could win in 4 turns, theoretically. I really wondered if you guys can hear that because it is loud. We've got the Super Mega Death Rocket ready and waiting for it. The Victor there. So Victor is whenever one of their characters dies, they spawn a recruit for each. Stupefy! Oh my god, we're playing Harry Potter now. Give unit -1 this turn. Alright. And siphon power, choose a battlefield and give... Is it give enemy units +1 power there this turn? And enemy units -1. Did they get the effects from... Choose battlefield, give for any units +1 this turn, enemy units -1. I don't think they got the siphon power on their own stuff, right? They had to do it in a different order. And I think they just realized that. Yeah, they misplayed. GG. I mean, we were winning anyway, right? Let's be honest. Whoops. Yeah. If we get a moat on this. I won't hit them with the well played. I think that would be a little bit harsh. I like this card a lot. It's a really nice finisher. Because you're often just looking for that last capture point. Like, you don't tend to get to 6 that quickly. So it's usually that on like the next turn, you need to get 2 points still. So it's almost like you're having to get to 9 points in a way. And this Marauder just helps you secure the 9th. Oh! There you go. Someone mentioned it. Grand Stratagem. Give friendly units +5 this turn. Hot damn. Well, that's concerning. Still going to win, but it's pretty impressive. The bad news for them is it's not very difficult for me to take back control of both locations and win the game. Maybe Mark, yeah. Well, we can show them that they can. What is the icon for in the top right? That's their might. That's basically their power. It's their attack and their defense. GG. GG. Easy, easy. It's a fun game. I like it. Volley Bear. I think that hand's good. When you conquer, recycle one of your runes. When you play conquer, discard. That is a bad one for us. Yo, Kiko, GG. No worries. Oops, excuse me. I'm sure you'll get that. I thought we played well. There's just a few things that we could kind of tell you misunderstood how some interactions worked, right? So we could Super Mega Death Rocket the Legion Rearguard. I don't hate it. I mean, we don't develop a board in any way, so it's probably not too wise. But like this one is annoying anyway. Like I don't think we need to capture it anytime soon. I mean, it's kind of tragic to do it, but like I don't know if I care that much, honestly. I could play the Chemtech Enforcer and nothing else. I could play Jinx Ready, I guess. Like playing Jinx Ready is the most obvious play, but then the Chemtech, the Rearguard swaps with my Merchant. I don't know. I think this play's kind of cringe, but it might be fine. Oh, I misplayed. I forgot that cost 1 power. I was supposed to play the Seal first. I threw. Kinda. When I say I threw, I mean I misplayed very heavily. And again, because I could have still paid for the chompers with this, but I didn't know that, in fairness. Some mistakes were made. Wait. I don't think they're meant to do that. They just pass their turn immediately with doing nothing. Surely not, right? Misfortune. Oh, coming in ready. That's quite scary. First time I move each turn, you may ready something else that's exhausted. Nice. Jinx can probably take care of her on her own, because Jinx will be a 6 when attacking. I forgot to click the seal. Again. Darius costs a power anyway, so it's fine. So I'm going to float an energy here, basically. I think I'll just put the chompers at the back. It auto taps. Oh, that's so good. I was like, huh? How did that work? I'm guessing that wouldn't be like an actual rule though, right? In the actual game. I'm guessing like you can't auto tap your seal. But it does say reaction, so I guess you can. I think reaction means you can do it whenever. So if I forgot about the seal, I can. Oh, that's good. Nice. Volley Bear! So this is... popping off. Volley Bear draws them a card, basically. No, channels a rune. This is a scary number. 6 is a difficult threshold for us to contend with. So we could move Darius in and then move him back out. I think that's the correct play, right? And the other question is, do we leave the Flame Chompers where it is? I mean, I don't think so. Hey, Band. I would not say that is true. I think we have no idea if it's better than Lorcana yet. My assumption would be they're both good games. Hopefully they're both insanely good games. I mean, I know Lorcana is an insanely good game. And my early impressions are that this is a good game. But, I mean, we don't even have a full set to be playing with, right? We're playing an incomplete game currently as it stands. And I'm very early into it, but I'm enjoying it. So we basically just let them take control of that. Because I know that they have a lot of spells which deal damage to things at battlefields. We just need that last point, so we need to conquer both battlefields. There's no point, like... because the damage doesn't stick around after the showdown, there's no point of just leaving a Chompers in there, I think. They discarded Stormclaw Sign. When you play me, channel on Rune Exhausted. Makes sense. How much does that cost? That's hard to make out. Warwick comes in. Enter ready when attacking, destroy all damage. So I guess that... and the channel stuff. I think we're chilling. We just Super Mega Death Rocket Warwick. We call in the big guns to deal with this, and it's GG. Alright, they go into there with both. I think we're big chilling, guys. I reckon we're big chilling. Alright, we draw 2 cards because of Jinx. We'll go Super Mega Death Rocket onto Warwick to start things off. We kind of don't need to take this long to do this one, so... We could make Vi like 1,000,000 points, but we'd be wasting a lot of everybody's time. I'm going to draw a card here as well, because we conquered when it wasn't able to get the 8th point. And that'll be GG. Nice. I need to go to the loo. I think what we might do is take a look at some of all of the cards which have been revealed. We'll take a bit of a break from playing and look at all of the revealed cards. My legs are in bits, mate. I did squats like 2.5 days ago and I'm still in pain. take a look at some of the revealed cards. Probably won't stream for that much longer. I'm struggling streaming recently for a long time. I mean, look at me. Do I look pretty exhausted? Kind of am. I'm chilling though. Probably will eat this evening. I don't know. I'm gonna finish the stream in a bit, go for a walk, maybe then eat afterwards. I'll see. So we've got all of these cards in our deck. We're not playing this guy. Disintegrate doesn't really synergize that much with Jinx, I think. But it could be good, honestly. It's specifically at battlefield as well, which I think, eh. And if it kills it, draw one. Like, it's very counterable. It's very expensive. Get Excited is very good, I think. This is really expensive for a Jinx deck, but maybe other decks. Sky Splitter. This spell's energy cost is reduced by the highest might among units you control. So if you have a 5 might card, let's just say a 4 might card, because that's quite easy. This will cost 4. Deal 5 to a unit at a battlefield. It's not bad. Specifically at a battlefield. I don't think it's going to be good enough for a Jinx deck, but I think it could be good enough in other decks. Dangerous Geo is Legion. You give a unit +2 might this turn. I don't think it's good enough. Scrapyard Champion. When you play me with Legion, when you play me discard 2. It's very niche, right? It's like costing 5. It costs an energy, sorry, a power. And it has to be the second card you play this turn. Discard 2, then draw 2. I mean, if you've got an empty hand, it's good. In fairness. Void Seeker. Deal 4 to a unit at a battlefield, draw 1. That seems pretty good. Not necessarily for a Jinx deck, though, right? Like, because with a Jinx deck, you don't need the draw 1 necessarily, because you're kind of already doing it yourself. But outside of Jinx, that sounds very good. Darius, we have... This is an alternative artwork, Darius. This is an alternative artwork, Jinx. Tridamere. When I conquer after an attack, if you assigned 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, you score 1 point. That's a really cool card. But specifically has to be them, and they're very expensive. But it's a way of getting points. I believe that a point from this card can be your 8th point as well, right? Vi's insane. The Immortal Phoenix. I mean, it sounds good. Assault 2. Would be good when you're going second, I guess, because it just costs 3 immediately. You could play the seal plus this. When you kill a unit with a spell, you may pay 1 to play me from a trash. I mean, that's so good with a Jinx deck, right? Because you can just discard it. And it's just got good stats. Yeah, it's really good. Very, very strong card for Jinx. Cadrin the Infernal. When you play me, draw 1 for each of your other mighty units. A mighty unit is one that has +5 might. Could be good. Seal's insane. Volibear. Champion. Yeah, I don't know if it's good, but... Hey, Darko, what's up? Oh, mate, there's all sorts coming. There's Gundam coming. There's Gwent, physical Gwent. I've got all my challenge videos. I did a Yu-Gi-Oh!, Star Wars Unlimited, and One Piece challenge. All of those are coming at some point. Pretty cool. This is a cool artwork. I like that. So Calm, move an enemy unit. That is really strong. That's really strong. Clockwork Keeper. As you play me, you may pay 1 green resource as an additional cost. Pay 1 power. Pay 1 power as an additional resource if you do draw 1. Right, so it's just a 2/2. 2 cost, 2 power, or 2 might rather. And you can... So, I'm struggling with understand when I'm reading the cards, right? The most confusing part... So this is, I cost 2 energy less, or 2 mana less. But then the Legion Rearguard is you may... And that's... You may pay 1 extra red... 1 specific red mana, right? So this is any 2 mana, it just costs 2 less. This one is you have to pay an extra, specifically red resource. But then if it doesn't have the number next to it, when you discard me, you may pay a power, right? So if it has a number, it's energy. If it doesn't, it's power. So for example, this card is costing you 2 energy and 1 power if you draw a card. I don't think it's that good. I think this card was really strong in Runeterra. Defy. Counter a spell that costs no more than 4 energy and no more than 1 power. Very strong. No. On guard. Give a friendly unit, and it doesn't cost any power. Give a friendly, this one. Give a friendly unit +1 might this turn, then an additional 1 might this turn if there's only one. Very strong. The Ari deck looks interesting. Meditation. Reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. As an additional cost to play this, you may exhaust a friendly unit. If you do, draw 2, otherwise draw 1. So you could play it to just replace itself, but more likely you're exhausting one of your units. For example, one that's already at a battlefield and doesn't have anything to do would be the best thing. You're spending 2 to draw 2. It's like Friends on the Other Side. It actually is Friends on the Other Side. If you think about, like, it's a Friends on the Other Side that you sing that you have to pay for. Does that make sense? It's like Friends, you have to exhaust a unit to sing it, but then you pay nothing. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know that it's good, though. But I could see it being good enough. I don't know. It's hard for me to evaluate cards in this, but I don't think it's outstanding. Stand United. It's a hidden card. Hide for 1 power to react with later for 0 energy. Play on your turn or in showdowns as well. Buff a friendly unit. Buffs give an additional +1 might to friendly units this turn. To buff a unit, give it +1 buff if it doesn't already have one. Maybe. Wielder of Water. While I'm attacking or defending alone, I have +2 might. That card's good, I think. 4. Oh, it's not that good. 4 for 3. Very good if you find it on turn 1 and you go in second. Adaptatron. I remember this card from Runeterra, this art. When I conquer, you may kill a gear. I'm guessing this is a Heimerdinger deck. Because it was also Heimerdinger card in Runeterra. When I conquer, you may kill a gear. If you do, buff me. Now that sounds really good. Because of how good the seals are. I'm assuming you can kill your opponent's gear. I like the card a lot. Because it feels like it's a seal meta, right? Block. Hidden action. Give unit shield 3 and tank this turn. +3 might while it's a defender, and it must. I think that's good. I think that's really good. Hiddens are basically like trap cards. Now, when you hide something, do you still have to pay the initial cost for it? I'm assuming you do. But maybe you don't. Discipline. Give a unit. Right, so for block, you don't have to pay the cost. With hidden, you just pay 1 power. Yeah, makes sense. Give unit +2 this turn, draw 1. That sounds incredibly strong. Really good card. Eclipse Herald. Costs 1 power. When you stun an enemy unit, ready me and give me +1 might. Could be good, I guess. I don't know. Spirit's Refuge, which is a gear. When you play this, am I going to build a different combo deck? Probably not. I'm going to look through some. I'm probably going to end in a minute. I might actually end any second. I'm pretty knackered. There's a chance I could come back later, though. Probably not. Probably call it. I might just call it now, to be honest. Go for a walk and have some grub. I didn't eat in 48 hours, so. Yeah, I think I'll call it there, guys. But thanks for hanging out. I'm looking forward to playing more Riftbound. I will be streaming tomorrow as well. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's Lorcana tournaments. So look out for those. Look out for those. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. It was fun. Is searching in lab bugged? Probably just close your game and restart. All right, cheerio.